Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Lori Skinner with This Crafter's Dream. I wanted to share with you this card that I made using the Berry Blessings Bundle that is from Stampin UP. It's part of the Sale-a-Bration products. And I have ink on my hand, there you go. This card is from Berry Blessings. And what, isn't that cute? It also coordinates with the Sweet Strawberry bundle, which comes with this super cute punch. Love it. This Berry Blessings also comes with a pack of DSP. It's called Berry Delightful. And this stuff is so pretty. I love these strawberries you can actually cut out. Let's see. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that fun? It's just really pretty paper. Beautiful watercolors. And that comes, this is a level 2 product that you can earn through Sale-a-Bration. And what that means is if you place a $100 order, you can choose this as your free product. And this is only, let's see, you have till February 28th. That's it. So once it's gone, it's gone. So what we need to do for this, the colors we're going to be using today are Granny Apple Green, Pacific Point, Rich Razzleberry, and Poppy Parade. I love this. It's just so bright and fun. So what we have, sorry if you can hear my dog barking. We have just a regular card base. This is 5.5 by 8.5 by 11. Just scored at 4 1/4. We have a piece of Berry Blessings Designer Series paper. This is 4 by 5 1/4. I have a hard time saying that sometimes. Glue this down to the card base, making sure you get it centered. Whoops! And that's why I like using liquid glue, because you get a moment to get it right, because you can move it around a little bit. I really moved that, didn't I? Holy smokes. There you go. Okay, so that we can set aside for a second, because what we need to do is we're going to use the Buffalo Check stamp set to create this background. And when I use the large background stamps, I use my Stamparatus, because sometimes it is hard to get a full stamped image on these big stamps. And I forgot what I'm going to do. What I normally do is, let me get a different piece of paper, a little bit bigger. Oops, there it is. When I'm doing a background, I use a bigger piece of paper, because this, if you lay it down, I forgot when I was cutting it. Oh my gosh, these are stuck. If you just use your piece of paper that's the exact size, you have to either use tacky glue on the back to hold it in place, but then sometimes it shifts when you stamp several times, because you can't put your magnets on there, otherwise you won't get the full image. So if you stamp a bigger piece of paper and then cut it down, then you can get what you need. So put it here. Make sure your paper's straight. I need needed it straight before I put these magnets on, because once you get these magnets on here, they don't like to move. That's why I put the washi tape on, to help me grip it. Okay, so I line my stamp up to make sure it's straight. Pick it up with the clear the plate, and then I'm going to ink this up using Granny Apple Green. And I have never gotten a solid image with this buffalo check, and I don't like a solid image with this buffalo check, especially for this project. I want kind of spotches so it looks a little more vintagey. Press down. I usually just rub my fist over it. Pick it up. See how light that is? I probably should. When you're doing this, make sure your ink pad is good and inked up. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, that's better. Now, this ink will actually dry down. Now that's perfect. Set that aside. Okay, now we need to cut this down. And it's, let's see, now I gotta, this is why you want to make sure your piece is straight. So when you cut it down, it's perfect. Now I have a straight. So it needs to be 4.5 by 3 3/8. So 3 3/8. By, what did I say? 4.5? Yep. 4.5. Okay, so now. See, it just, that's what it'll dry down to. Just hit my light again. Okay, sorry about that, everyone. Okay, so now yes, I popped it up. But you know something, let's just leave it off the card and we'll build, no, let's set it. Sorry, I'm being indecisive. Let's put this down, and then we can build our. At first I was thinking we'd build it on this, but we need to know spatially where to place some of these on the card so they don't hang over too far. Okay. Center this. All right. Now, what I do when I have a stamp set like this where I'm going to be cutting out a bunch of fruit, I will stamp just sheets of the different fruit that I'm going to be using. And next time I'm going to be just watching something at night, a movie with my husband, I'll take these out with my scissors and I will cut them. And I will keep all these pieces in one of our clear envelope, and what I do is I will put double-sided tape in here and seal this shut. And I will put them on the inside of my stamp case. So that way I know I have all these extra bits and pieces. When I go to make a card, I have a lot to play with. I don't have to sit there and rethink it out. So to save time, because I know you guys get cranky when I fussy cut, I have a bunch of stuff already cut out. My little blueberries. There they are. So I need one of those. Now the strawberries, I have a little trick to show you for strawberries. Let's see, we need 3 raspberries. There it is, there's another one. We have the tops for the raspberries. Whoops, that sucker out there, it did. That thing traveled. Blueberries. Blueberries, let's see, where's another? I need another blueberry. There it is. Another blueberry. So 5 blueberries, 3 raspberries, 2 strawberries, leaves, and a set of leaf. Okay, so let me just set this aside. Now when it comes to punching the strawberries, so this punch, it has specific places for everything. So the easiest thing to do, I do this every time I get one of these kind of builder stamps, is I will, here it is, I take a piece of paper and I punch it. So it matches the punch. So you just put it in there, you punch, and then this is your template. So when you are going to stamp an image, I take my, if I'm going to do the strawberry, I put it in there. And see how it it's in that little slot? See? I'll turn it upside down so you can see. So it's in there. You can put it down there, you set it on your block, and you pick it up. And then it'll orient the way you need to stamp on your paper, so when you punch, you're not having all these weird angles that you're doing. So if you have multiple items that you're good, like you could do both these leaves at the same time. Put that one there. Put that one there. Pick it up, you set it in the grooves, get it in the middle. When you pick it up, you have both of them on here. So when you're stamping, whenever you stamp, it matches up with your punch. So I always keep these with the stamp set, so I always know where they're at. So that's how I stamp my strawberries. Little quick tip for you. Okay, so just to save time, I had everything ready for you. And what we're going to do is we just start layering this stuff up. So I started with, where's my piece of white? Here it is. I put this piece of white. This is 3 inches by 1 inches. This was just to give a little bit of contrast between the fruit and the sentiment. Now the sentiment, I'm going to fussy cut live. So glue down one leaf. I just glued down pieces. I didn't glue down the whole thing. It just helps give movement. Okay. And blueberries. Excuse my arm, my mini ones. These blueberries are popped up. You want it to look like it's on the blueberry bushel. This stamp set is so much fun. There it is. That one goes down here. I'm going to glue down some raspberry leaves. And I believe that was tucked underneath that. Whoop. There it goes. This is just such a fun stamp set to play with. And you can just make it different, it doesn't matter every time. Just layer some fruit. Okay, raspberries. Let me glue the tops on. And where's my scrap? Let me get a scrap piece. Because last time I did this, I got glue everywhere. And I was trying to do a demonstration. See, I would have got glue all over my table. If you are, some people are glue challenged and they put too much glue, you can put a little. Okay, everybody, sorry about that. My video shut off for some reason. Let me glue this last one. Okay. Let's glue these raspberries down. For some of these, I ended up cutting off the tip just because it was long for what I needed. Okay, let's see that one up there. Snip that off, and I believe I added him with, yes, little mini dimensional. Actually, I'll put him on the fruit. And I believe I added, no, I did not. Okay. It's kind of hard to see what I did. Blueberry. This one was not popped up. Let's get a different one. It's one thing about these projects. They could be fluid. Now this baby one, I'm going to use a half of it, mini dimensional. He fits perfectly up there. Love that cluster. Okay, so for the sentiment, where I had my white paper over here. Things are, when I lost my video, I lost pieces of paper. But, oh, shoot. Sorry, I forgot to turn that off. Okay, I keep strips of white just for this. So what we're going to do is we are going to stamp the sentiment in Pacific Point, and this has glue. I'm going to fold it over so I don't get glue on my mat. Okay, so we have Pacific Point, and we are going to stamp Wishing You the Very Best, and then we are going to fussy cut it. Okay. When you're adding photopolymer stamps to clear blocks, I found that sometimes they can get distorted if you're trying to place them down. If you just put it on your table, you always get them on straight. I'm sorry, my phone keeps... Let me turn that off. I forgot to turn that sucker down. Second time I've done that. Okay, we're going to stamp our sentiment. Perfect. That turned out beautiful. Now, another quick tip is when you're going to fussy cut out these kind of words, if you take a pencil and you figure out where you want to cut, it's so much easier if you have a line to follow than just free-forming it. If you can free-form it, go for it. I found I get a better look when I do this. Get this out. Now, do you remember how I told you to cut? Whatever hand you need to hold with your scissors, use the opposite hand to pivot the paper. That way you get a cleaner cut. And you can, I'm going to get rid of this, this is kind of bulky. Okay, there we go. Like I was saying, you use the opposite hand to move the paper. And it just helps you get a better cutting edge. I know you guys hate fussy cutting, but sometimes you just have to. And this is why I don't like to sit here and do a bunch of cutting in the video, because I tend to have to focus, so I quit talking. And I don't want there to be long periods of silence. So usually I show you how to fussy cut, and then I say, oh, look, miraculously, I have a whole bunch cut out. Just seems a little better anyways. I think you all know how to fussy cut by now. See, wasn't that, it was just so much easier. You just rotate, oh. You just rotate your paper as I tell you. See how easy it is? Okay, now take your eraser, get rid of those pencil lines. Never knew it was there. Okay, there you go. So now we are going to take, actually I'll use the small ones so I can spread them out. Okay, we need to leave this edge with no dimensionals because we're going to slide it over the top of the berries and hang it out. So let's put this on. love these colors. It's so pretty. Just add a little bit of glue on this end. Just to hold it in place. You don't really need to, but just to hold it in place. Now the last thing we're going to do is tie a little linen thread bow. So mine is twisted. Yeah, it is. Okay, remember, when I make my bows, I leave my ribbon on it. And I always take my linen thread, because these new spools just has a bunch of curly cues in it. So once I get a little straighter, tie a bow, and I keep it on the spool just so if I make it too short, I can just untie it and get enough. Vice versa, if I get way too much, I can just untie it and make it smaller. Okay, so now we have a cute little bow. Get another glue dot. Roll it up so it's smaller. We're going to put this right here at the top of the strawberry. There we go. Isn't that cute? Let me move him around the blueberry. There. Love this card. Isn't that cute? I also made this super cute little box to go with it. And guess what is inside of this? This is the paper pumpkin, little mini paper pumpkin boxes that are in the annual catalog. And I just took a strip of the DSP and wrapped it around the box and then glued it. I didn't score it or anything. I left it a little loose so it's easy to pull on and off, and just kind of mimicked what I did there. But this is the best part, on the inside. Aren't those cute? I saw somebody online, and I do not remember her name, so whoever did it, thank you very much. She took just little heart candies, which you can still find these on Amazon since Valentine's Day is over. And she took the top of the strawberry from the sweet strawberry stamp set, punched it out, and just added the strawberry to the top of these little hearts. So it looks like you have a whole bucket of cute little strawberries. Isn't that sweet? So it just makes a nice little gift that doesn't have to be Valentine's Day. You can just give it to your little buddy. Because this one says, "You always have a way of making my day." Get that back in here. This would make a wonderful little gift. See, that with a matching card. Isn't that wonderful? Well, I hope you like these. Sorry for the interruption and the camera stopping. But like I said, if you like my video, please leave me a comment. Subscribe to my channel. Would love that, so that way you don't miss any of the projects that I'm doing. Thanks for joining. See you next time. Bye.